Let's have a little chat, shall we? I know it's been a minute since I've made a video, but I'm rarely alone, so I can't really make videos the way that I really want to. But I'm alone right now, and I'm going to be alone for the rest of the evening. Thank God. um, because, sometimes you just want your space to yourself, and it feels good to have that. So, what do I want to talk about? There was a point or something that I wanted to connect with. I know I haven't made a video in a while. It's been so much going on in the world. Shit. I'm trying to think everything that's going on. So much of that stuff that happens in social media, I get tired of talking about it. I really get tired of talking about it. And I get tired of talking about it because it just gets boring. Yeah, we just had the sentencing for Peyton Gendron or Gendron, however you say that weird motherfucker's name, that shot all of those innocent people in Buffalo. And one thing that Peyton taught me by looking at his body language and looking at his response to what he did, white men are very weak minded people. White men are weak, they're not strong. And I'm talking about white supremacists and people who are like Peyton Gendron. They're not strong. He is a very weak, demented person. And he really showed the glitch in so-called white supremacy, and he really showed that there is no such thing as a supreme or superior white person. He really showed that in that courtroom that day, because the way in it, and I'm gonna tell you something, it took the black women to break his ass down to size. It was the words and the spell work of the black women that broke that weak motherfucker down to tears. And it was that brother that was getting ready to jump on him in that courtroom. He had so many people that wanted to get at his motherfucking ass, but he was being protected, of course. But they were only doing their job. But it really showed a glitch in their white supremacist religious ideology. It showed a glitch that they are really weak people and they really don't have a foundation to stand on except fear, propaganda, and lies. And it was written all over his face. It was written all over Peyton Gendron's face. His family is racist too. But that's a whole nother story that I don't really want to get into. But looking at his face and looking at his reactions and his body movements, I could see and read what he was saying. He was like, oh shit, I have woke up sleeping giants. Oh, you have, because we're the Nephilim. You have, motherfucker. You have woken up sleeping monstrous giants. When them black women were reading his ass down to his marrow, you should have seen the look on his face from the oldest black women on down to the youngest black women who had something to say. Even the ones who said they forgave him, or they forgave him, excuse me, and they had no hatred for him, even their words touched him. They touched him, and I don't really think he was remorseful for what he did. I don't think he was. I think he was remorseful because he realized the lie he was told, that he was superior. He realized that he is not superior. He realized that white men are not superior. He realized that white supremacy is a fucking joke. It's a fucking illusion because there's nothing superior about them. There's nothing superior about a white supremacist. They bleed red just like I do. And now what's interesting is that he's in jail, and the people that were putting that battery in his pack, they're not. All of the propaganda he was reading, a replacement theory and all of that stuff that he was reading, which, we could debate about, what is it called? Replacement theory and all that. We can debate about that, of course. But the only thing that he really discovered in all of this is that he is an inferior person. And it doesn't matter how much money he comes from. It doesn't matter how much prestige he comes from. It doesn't matter how much education his family comes from. At the end of the day, he realizes that he is the one that is really inferior. And that's the whole point. And that brings me to, my next, topic. You know, how can I put this? I'm really grateful for the things that I have. I'm grateful for the knowing that I have now. And some of the things that I know, I'm not going to put out there because it's for me. It's not for everybody else to know. People have to come into their own realizations or some form of awareness from their own spirit. You get what I'm saying? And you know what I've realized about a lot of people in the so-called spiritual world? A lot of people are really afraid to be alone. They're afraid to experience by themselves. They're afraid to be alone. Sometimes being alone is the only way that you're going to heal. Everybody talks about healing, but nobody wants to be alone when they do it. Sometimes you have to be alone to heal because sometimes you need to go into that cocoon, into that dark place so you can heal. Darkness ain't all bad like people think. Darkness is really not bad at all. What makes darkness bad is when you are blinded by it, when you are living in a blind state. Everybody has an open eye. But people choose to live in blindness. They choose to live in darkness. They choose to reject love. And they reject love, but they accept materialism, which materialism oftentimes leads to more loneliness because you don't know who you can trust. And I'm not talking about materialism that is manifested through the spirit. See, manifestation of materialism through the spirit is not just going to bring you so-called money. It's going to bring you your joy. It's going to bring you your peace. It's going to bring you the other people uplifting you and always holding you to a high regard. There are many different levels of wealth and prosperity and abundance. It's not just about the money. You know what I'm saying? So when people brag about money, or I'm in this country, or I'm going here and I'm going all over here and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, okay, that's all well, fine and good. But are you really happy? That's the question. Are you really fulfilled? Or is materialism, which is temporary, is materialism only filling you up temporarily? And then once you think you have what you want, you go back to what you were before you had it, which was depressed, confused, and separated from love, separated from the things that really matter. Because let me tell you something. At the end of the motherfucking day, the only thing that matters is love and having someone that is going to be there for you when you need them, because money can't bring you a cup of water if you can't get out your motherfucking bed. Money can't speak up for you if you can't speak up for yourself, if you're incapacitated. And see, people forget that. You feel what I'm saying? Right now, we live in a world where everything is based upon superficial standards. You can't even, I was just thinking about this the other day. Even on dating sites, and I don't really do dating sites or anything like that anymore, like that. But even when I do frequent them, just to see what's going on in the universe or in the cyber world, we are up under so much control. They tell us who we should like, who we should be attracted to, who we should fuck, and they've put up so many barriers. And when I say they, I'm not necessarily talking about the government. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these different pockets of elitist. They have separated people from love. They have turned love into perversion. During the pandemic, they separated so many different people. They told people that you couldn't see each other. I didn't give a fuck what they said. I was still seeing people. Shit. I was still doing what I wanted to do as much as I could. They said, oh, you can't see this person. Oh, you can't see that person. Child, I was still seeing people. I was still doing what I wanted to do. I just noticed how the energy and the paradigm has changed and how much lonelier the world, how much more lonely the world became in the past, I want to say in the past 6 or 7 years. Because what people don't understand is people keep thinking Trump, 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 Trump. No, Trump was just a tool. Trump don't really have no power. He's a tool. He was a tool. Biden is a tool. These people are tools. They're not the real power. They may be the real power to some people because you can't see beyond that. But there is a puppet master. There is a puppet master. Of course it is. And it's not something somewhere out there, it's right here. And that is not limited to just the political world and Hollywood. That has done it has done a trickle down effect, meaning it is now affecting your average person and our average relationships. You know, they put up Kim Kardashian, as a matter of fact, as the new face for what black men found attractive. So now, whereas black men used to find certain black women attractive, now they have a new standard of beauty because that's what they told them to do. That's what they told them to be attracted to. Because nobody is using, well, mostly nobody is using their own mind. They're being told what they should be attracted to. See, can't nobody tell me what I should be attracted to or what I should like. And then we wonder why the dating scene or the love scene or the intimate scene or the scene or the romantic scene in this culture is really fucked up because everything is about superficial means. And when you're trying to build something long term, superficiality is not going to matter after a certain point. It's not going to matter. And I'm really talking, truthfully, I'm talking to anybody, but I'm speaking from my own experience. Because at this stage in my life, I don't really care what nobody looks do play a part, but you don't have to look like Don Juan. That's an old terminology for a really fine man. You don't have to look like Don Juan for me. You get what I'm saying? Now my boyfriend, he doesn't look like Don Juan at all. I mean, he's not bad looking, but he's no Christopher Barry. I tell you that much. He don't look like Christopher Barry. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point in my life, I've had fine ass dudes. I've had fine ass dudes and I've had fine ass dudes, okay? I've had that. I done been dicked down in every way possible. I done had the biggest, I done seen the biggest dicks, whatever you want to call it. But at this point in my life, it's not even about sex for me. It's about companionship, and it's about having somebody that's going to be there for me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's really going to be there for me when I need them, and vice versa. It's about having a friend. It's really not about sex and stuff like that because I'm almost 44 years old. I'm getting kind of older now, and my priorities have changed. Even though the world is on a trajectory for weird stuff, I'm not though. I'm not. My nose is getting stopped up because this thing plugged into my wall is, those plugins, they irritate my nose sometimes. But I just see the game. I see the games and and all of the manipulation. Oh, you shouldn't be attracted to this person. You should be attracted to this person. So they put all of these different types of people, men and women, in the media, and they tell you who you should be attracted to, knowing goddamn well that none of those people are available to you, because some of the women that they're telling men to be attracted to ain't even fucking women. They're trannies or transgender. Not women, transgender. And some of the men that they're telling women to be attracted to, they're gay. But it's just the illusion and the manipulation. And we get caught in this circle, in this cycle. And unfortunately, because this has been going on for so long, so many people have gotten caught up in it. And then a lot of people wonder why, especially a lot of men, you wonder why you end up by yourself. You wonder why you end up alone. Because let me tell you something, bruh. Let me tell you something. After a certain age, that down there gonna stop working. Women don't have that problem. Women don't have that problem, but that after a certain age, we have that problem. Especially if you've been doing a lot of drinking and drugging and unhealthy eating all of your life. Sometimes you got to eat some pears now, bruh. Sometimes you got to eat you some blueberries, some blackberries, drink you some prune juice. Sometimes you have to, you got to stop eating all of this artificial food that you think is real. And I'm not talking about McDonald's necessarily. I'm talking about the fake vegan shit that you niggas be thinking is real in the store. Listen to that goddamn Monique. She up there eating walnut meat. What the fuck is walnut meat? And I don't give a fuck who that offends. But after a certain age, that down there ain't gonna be working the way that it was when you were in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. Women still I think women, they're at their sexual peak just as men's sexual peak starts to decline. So men have to go and do the Viagra and shit like that, especially if you've been on drugs and alcohol and other shit. So when you don't have that anymore, then you're going to have to find another avenue of attraction. Because I'm going to tell you right now, my life is boring right now. Shit, it used to be one time, 10 years ago on a Saturday night or a Friday night, child, I was looking, I was a hot papa. Child, I would put my damn wig on, my goddamn dress, put on my red lipstick, child, and I was looking for me a man, honey, to come over and give me and sock it to me, baby. Yes, I was, child. You know, but see, I don't really, even now, that is kind of like, not as exciting anymore. I still got the wig and the mini skirt though, child. I still got that though. You know what I'm saying? But what happened to me, truthfully, all jokes aside, what happened to me was I started to love myself more. It didn't take anybody giving me a pep talk or anything like that. I came into my own knowing. And that is why I can, with no ego, but that is why I can say that I'm a healer. And that is why I call myself a self shaman for me, not to tell anybody else what to do with their lives. But I'm a healer because even with all of the pain and betrayal and all of the things that people tried to throw at me, attack me, even here on YouTube at one point, you know? But all of the shit that I've gone through in my life in general, they were all tests and they were lessons to get me to this point where I could say, and I still got a long road ahead of me. I ain't learned everything yet. But I can definitely see my progress because, like I said, back when I was in my 20s and 30s, Saturday nights and Friday nights, I was looking for some dick. I was looking for some dick. I was very promiscuous in my 20s and 30s, very much so. And I'm not ashamed to say that and can't nobody use that to fuck against me. I was very promiscuous. I'm putting it out there. I remember some years back, this fuckface nigga tried to, or I don't know if he was a nigga or not, but he tried to use that against me. And I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be heterosexual. Why the fuck are you invested in what the fuck I do in my fucking life? And that was because number one, he wasn't heterosexual. Number two, he was a loser. And number three, he was a broken man because all he did was abuse females. And number four, he's probably going to die alone in the basement of somebody that he's living with, smoking cigarettes. He's probably going to die from lung cancer and liver cancer, drinking and smoking. Because he's not invested spiritually, he's invested materialistically. And you're chasing a material dream that ain't for you because he's not going to get that. He was so invested in, trying to take me down and other people down who we were in a group at that time talking on different issues. He was so invested in trying to take us down. But what he didn't realize was he was already down. Because let me tell you something, and let me tell you all something, and you take this how you want, and you can apply it to your own life. When your enemies look down at you, you're already looking down on them because no matter where you sit, you could be sitting at the bottom or you could be sitting at the middle. You will always be looking down on your fucking enemies, and that is how I look at it. And I know I'm all over the place, but that's what I do. I'm the occult view. I look at it like this. No matter where those bitches and motherfuckers sit, I will always be looking down at them. Even if I'm sitting at the bottom, I will be looking down at them. And that's how I feel about that bitch motherfucker. I think his name was Justin. That's how I feel about bitch ass Justin. No matter where I stand, no matter where I sat, I was always looking down at them. And they were always looking up to me. They would have to throw things up to try to snatch me down off my motherfucking throne. But this is a crown you can't fucking have because you can't carry my crown. It's too heavy. The shit that I've had to endure, most people would have killed themselves. Most people would have killed themselves by now. They wouldn't be able to carry my crown. They wouldn't be able to carry my motherfucking nutsack. They too heavy. They wouldn't be able to do it. And that's not egotistical, that's just truth. So now that I've come into the understanding that I've come into, I don't worry about a lot of things anymore because I am everything and everything is me. So if I am everything and everything is me, then what is there to worry about? Now, of course, being the human, we're going to always find something to worry about. But if I'm the universe, if I'm the sun, if I'm the stars, if I'm the moon, if I'm the dirt, if I'm the water, if I'm the air, if I'm the trees, if I'm all of this, if I'm the sorrow, if I'm the sadness, if I created all of this for an experience to expand my soul, then what is there to worry about? I'm even my enemies. They're just the lower part of me that I'm trying to work through. You're everything as well. You're everything. You're the sun, you're the stars, you're the moon, you're everything. Some people know, some people don't, and some people deny it. And those people that deny it, they get caught in the middle dimension, which is purgatory. They don't go anywhere. They just keep repeating the same toxic cycles, or what they would call hell. We're told who we should love, who we should like, who we should be attracted to. You know, all of these ideas and ideologies. But the one thing that they never teach us? They never teach us how to love. They never really teach us how to heal. They never really teach us how to go inside of yourself and just whatever you find there, so be it. They never teach that though, do they? No, they don't. They just tell you don't be attracted to this person, don't like this person, don't like that person. If that woman's breast sag, that means she's not worthy. Oh, if that woman got a little bit of stomach, she's not worthy. Don't like this person, don't like that person. She's this. This is what they teach you. This is what they teach you. And they teach men to tear down the emotions of women because they know women carry, black women anyway, carry the real power, especially in her voice. And that is why I saw some real good spell work in that courtroom that day with I was getting ready to call him that other trailer trash, that with that sentencing with Peyton Gendron. That's what they really want to separate from the black woman, her voice. They don't want her to have that voice. They don't want her to be able to do that spell work. And even within that, they allowed that. They allowed it when it should not be no allowance. They opened up the door for that because he did something heinous. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want black women to utilize their wisdom, their spell work, their power. They don't want black women to utilize it, but it's okay for white men to utilize it. It's okay for black men to utilize it. It's okay for white women to utilize it, but not black women. You don't want black women to utilize their own power unless it's on your terms, right? Who to love, who to think is powerful, who to look at as powerful, how to think, who to have sex with, what type, what spirituality you should believe in. But all along, where's my, but all along, you're the source of everything. I'm the source of everything. And they're constantly feeding off of us because we're not knowers anymore. We're just believers. And believers are followers. You know, when they say, are you a believer in Jesus? Are you a believer in this? Most of those, that's because they're followers. They are followers. Believers are followers. That's why I tell people don't believe in me because I'm not a cult leader. I'm not looking for nobody to follow me. I'm telling you to follow your own spirit. Don't follow mine. Follow yours. Because I had to work very hard to really understand my spirit. And I had to go to some dark, dark places that most people would be afraid to go. I had to deal with some dark, dark demons that most people would be afraid to face. That's why I said, my crown is heavy. He or she that wears the crown, it's a saying about the crown. Heavy is the crown that he or she must wear, or something like that. I didn't come into this world with a silver spoon in my mouth. I came in this world with a wooden spoon. But I had to turn it into a silver spoon. And that is where the real motherfucking magic and transformation comes in. You transform your life. You transform and you become who you want to be, not what they tell you to be, not what they tell you to like. See, they don't like when people talk like this. This is why I don't fit into society like that. That's why I had to go off and do my own thing. That's why I had to go off and do my own thing and make my own money, in a non, governmental way. I own my own entity. I own my own money. Of course, I use someone else's platform, of course, but it's like owning your own shit. I don't have to answer to anybody because I don't fit. Listen, I do not fit the mold, and most people that are spiritual, we don't fit the mold of listening to other people. That's why you hear a lot of spiritualists online say they have their own business because they do. Because this is like having your own business. It is having your own business because a lot of us, we don't fit the mold. You can't mold us because God already molded us, or the universe, or whatever you want to call it. So what God has molded, man cannot remold. You got to stop trying to remold what God has already molded. And when I say God, I'm not speaking in religious terms. I'm talking about the God that we are, the God that's in us. We are self-created gods, or whatever you want to call it. And what has already been molded cannot be remolded. You can't remold me. You can't remold witches and spirituals. You can't do that. And I'm talking about the real ones. They know who they are. You can't remold us. We are who we are, and we're not going anywhere, whether it be on this planet or whether it be on another planet. We're already having simultaneous experiences as other people in other dimensions and in other worlds because our power and our reach is so massive as melanated people and maybe a few others. But I'm talking about as black people. So no, Peyton Gendron, you're not superior, and now you know that. There's nothing superior about you. But you had to sit. That was your judgment day. You had to stand and sit before gods, black men and black women, but mainly black women. You had to stand before God, the black woman, and she chastised you and she judged you for your criminal, heinous crimes against humanity. So now you know that white men and white supremacists are not superior, and they never will be. No matter what they say, no matter how many niggers they say, no matter how many monkeys they say, even though they're the real monkeys, but that's another story. No matter none of that shit. No matter what you say, no matter what you think. Because if you were really superior, you would not have to prove it. But you do have to prove that black people are not superior, right? Because you know that in a sense, we are. Genetically, spiritually, especially the black woman. So no, I will not listen to them or they. Nobody can tell me what I can and cannot like, and nobody can tell me what I can and cannot do. I like what I like. And that's probably why I chose this life to be a gay man, because that goes against what everyone else does mainly. That goes against the grain. I'm not talking about going against women or anything like that, like some of these ridiculous LGBT people try to do nowadays, trying to compete with women. Fuck no. I'm not talking about that. I have nothing but the utmost respect for the divine feminine energy when it's truthfully flowing through a real female. I have nothing but the utmost respect for divine feminine energy. That is why I get very upset and why I get appalled when I hear people talking about calling women fish and all that. And let me say this while we're on that topic, because I know a lot of people are stupid, dumb, and uneducated, and they really don't understand the anatomy of sexuality and sexual intercourse. Let me tell you something. If a woman's vagina smells fishy, it's not because that's the natural smell of her vagina, okay? I've had pussy before and it didn't smell no fishy. But what I do know is this, and we learned this in sex education back in the day. The semen from a man is what makes a woman's, the semen is what smells like fish. It's not the woman's vagina, it's the semen. And I'm not here to be, no advocate for anyone or anything like that, but I'm just presenting facts. This is what we were taught in sex education. It's the semen. But nowadays these new motherfuckers, they've changed the ideologies and the concepts. So now they may try to switch it up. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're being told what we should know and what we should do, and not what we should know, but what we should think. And no, you're not going to tell me that I have to call women, biological women, cisgender. Biological women do not have to be called no motherfucking cisgender. Biological females are biological females. They're women. They're females. If anything, they should call transgender cis, C-I-S, cis. Black women or females should be called females, biological women, and I don't give a fuck who gets mad about it. Who the fuck are these people to think that they can come and just change shit and put people in categories that they don't want to be put in? That's what I'm talking about right there. This ties into everything that I'm talking about. Who you should love, what you should be called, what you should accept your title as. To me, a woman is a woman, and I'm talking about a woman that was born a woman. That's me. That is what I was raised as. I mean, raised to believe or to know. I'm old school. All this new other shit and and they and them and non-binary and this and that. I am a gay man. I'm a gay man that likes to cross dress. So I guess you can call me a gay man / cross dresser. Whatever. But I am a gay man. I have a penis between my legs. And I am so sick and tired of this new version of the so-called gay community. This ain't even the gay community. This is LGBT. What really is that? What's the real deal with this? Let's really have a conversation. Because none of this shit benefits me as a gay person. None of this shit is benefiting me. The only people that I see it benefiting are those weirdos in Hollywood. And I'm not talking about weirdos as far as sexual orientation, of course not. But I'm talking about these agendas and these new ideologies that they keep trying to put forth. Women's vaginas do not smell like fish. And I can say that without a doubt because I've had pussy before a couple of times. Okay? I've had pussy before. And it didn't smell like no fish. But semen from a man can smell like fish. Can have a fishy smell, I tell you that much. I was raised that a woman was a woman and a man was a man. Doesn't matter if he's gay, doesn't matter if he's a cross-dresser or a drag queen, whatever. A man is a fucking man. And that is how I live my motherfucking life. And nobody is going to come in and correct and tell me and dictate to me what I should believe and what I should, think. Like I said, who to love, what you should be called, who you should be called, what title you should answer to. Women are women. Now, if they want to call anybody cis, they need to call transgender people cis. Or call gay people cis. I can deal with that if you want to say that to me. But biological women should not have to go by cisgender if they don't want to. And I don't give a fuck who it offends. Simple as that. We've gotten too lily-livered about stuff. And we've allowed a lot of things to just pass us by and, oh, well, no. Because at the end, the ultimate goal is to get you under complete control where they can tell you what to do. Same thing during the pandemic. Oh, don't go see your family. Don't do this. Don't do that. Child, I was doing every motherfucking thing that they was telling us not to do, child. Just about. As much as I could. I did whatever the fuck I wanted to do. When they told everybody to wear masks when they first mandated, no, well, let me take that back. It was first a recommendation. They recommended that people wear masks. I wasn't wearing masks. I didn't start wearing masks in the stores until they mandated it and made it a rule if you wanted to come into the stores and shop or do whatever you wanted to do. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been wearing no mask. People still wear masks now. I don't wear one. I don't wear no mask. When I go out now, I don't wear no mask. I'm done with that. If I don't have to, I'm not wearing one. I know a lot of people are still scared about COVID, and hey, you do you. I'm not here to judge people based upon how they feel and how they interact with that energy. If that's something that you believe in, then you go right ahead and you do what you do. But I am not wearing a mask anymore unless they start mandating it again and they tell me I can't come into the damn store, because if I want to go into the store and get something, I'm not going to argue. I'm going to put my mask on, get in there, get what I need to get and get the fuck out. But when they recommended masks, I wasn't wearing one. I wasn't wearing one. It wasn't until they made it a rule. All of these rules and all of these different, ideologies and concepts. And you have to do this. You have to say that. You can't say this. You can't say that. I'm a gay man. Simple as that. I'm a gay man. I'm not non-binary. Sometimes in my mind, I say, am I transgender? Because I have my own ideologies about transgenderism. I think it's more than just, you putting on a dress. I think it's a state of consciousness. And I think it ties into you being able to morph in between both genders, which I believe, which is the true shape shifting. But they've even turned that into something that is more practical, when that was something that was more spiritual, and you tapped into that when needed. I can tap into my feminine side without trying to rob a woman of her energy, and I can tap into my masculine side. That is what I consider transgenderism, or what the ancients would call it bisex. But what you are attracted to is what you are attracted to. Simple as that. But that should not interfere with other people. And that is where the problem is coming in. You're telling women they have to call themselves cisgender? No, you call yourself that. Because those of us who are old school gays, we're not for a lot of this bullshit that's going on. And a lot of times I don't really speak up about a lot of stuff. Like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. But I'm speaking up now because I'm fed up. And the more and more that we have allowed this shit to get out of hand, the more and more they're trying to change everything. And none of this shit is really benefiting black gay people or black queer people or whatever you want to call it. It's not. It's benefiting others off of our backs. But we keep going along with this bullshit. We keep going along with it. Anyway, this is the Occult View. You can like this. You can love it. It's all up to you. Remember, it's up to you. Thank you.